Hey everybody. Today I want to talk about discipline and mindset in the handyman business. You need both. Of course, you need it with any job, I would say, but especially in the handyman business and construction type work, any type of service work, whether in HVAC, roofing, painting, whatever. But you need discipline to discipline yourself. You want to set that alarm in the morning. You want to get up at a certain time and be at the job at a certain time every morning. I always eat a good breakfast in the morning before I leave and some coffee. But you need to be at the job site at a certain time every morning so the customer knows when to expect you. And also, taking off a certain time to eat lunch is good, and stopping work at the end of the day at around a certain time. And that kind of lets the customer know what you're doing, that you're not just pulling away from the job and leaving for the day or 2 or 3 hours. And if you do have to leave, let them know before you do, so they don't wonder about it. They may think you left for the day or for good. They don't know. So just let them know where you're going. And also, mindset is very important. I know with me, back when I started in the business, God, it was back in 81. I struggled with heat in the summer. It would get up 95, 96 degrees and the humidity be up high, and we'd be on a roof doing roofing work. And it's tough on you. You have to get your mind right. You have to stop thinking about that heat so much and start thinking about focusing on what you're doing at the moment. Now, I know you can't rule it out or block out the heat, but you just have to get that mind right where you can tolerate it long enough to finish the job. And the same way goes like in the wintertime. I was going to tell you, when I first started back in 80 or 81, I remember one day in particular I went to the job site, and all I had on was my regular clothes and a jacket. It was a coat, but that day it happened to be down in the low 20s and the wind was blowing pretty hard. And I was working for my dad at the time, and I came to work in that jacket, started working. Of course, I was freezing to death first thing. I didn't have any gloves with me. I didn't have any extra layers of clothes on. So I froze to death all day. I didn't think I'd make it through the day. I would complain to my dad about it. He'd say, well, it's tough. You should have worn more clothes. So I guarantee you, from that day forward, I watched what the weather was supposed to be like, either the night before or early that morning when I got up, so I would know how to dress for the day. And from that point on, I started probably overdressing in layers of clothes, but I knew once I got to work I could take off a layer and I would be comfortable all day. In the summer you can't do that, of course. You just wear light clothes and try to get your mind right and hang in there, get the job done. But you gotta get that mind right and get focused in on your work. Playing on your phone all day while you're trying to work is not good. It looks bad in front of the customer. So I try to keep it. I try to be straight up with my customer and do what they ask, and maybe even do a little extra, not a whole lot, but just a little something. And who knows, every once in a while you might get a tip. I get tips every once in a while. Some are pretty good ones. But I just wanted to let you know And also, there's something else I want to talk to you about. On one of my previous videos, I talked about problems getting paid in the handyman business, and I suggested not getting any money up front on your jobs before you start them. So I want to make one thing clear. Now, if I'm doing a large job and it's several $1,000s worth of work, I might get enough to cover the materials up front. But if I'm not going to be buying any more than a few $100s worth of supplies, I do not get any money from the customer up front. That's kind of ridiculous. It just, when you ask for money up front, it just kind of throws up a red flag to the customers. Like you don't have money, or you don't have enough credit to get the supplies. That's what they're thinking. So, yeah, I understand if it's a higher amount in the thousands, but if it's smaller jobs, you don't need to get any money up front. Of course, everybody runs their businesses differently. I understand that. But, yeah, I'm running into a little traffic issue here. So, hang in there, do that good work, make that money. It's out there. People in the service business are making more every day. Hang in there, it'll get better. All right, see ya. Bye.